Hello, my friends. Hello. I'm Rachel Archelaus for the moment. We are going to be bringing in Intimate Alien today, and she's going to talk about financial independence slash financial freedom. And we just had I was going to say a killer conversation. We had an amazing conversation. We killed that limiting belief shit. That's what we did. Oh my God, we had an amazing conversation in the last hour in our coaching group. So if you want more interaction with Intimate Alien, definitely join our coaching group. It's less than my bougie gym cost per month. You can cancel anytime. Go check it out. It's going to be amazing. So intuitiveart.com/membership, and you'll find all the details there. That page right now is geared right toward financial independence and financial freedom. So you're going to get plenty of that in there with all of us and with our courses. So got to say that. This was a life-changing conversation for me, and I'm assuming it's going to be translated into the next hour. Just a little less one-on-one, because you guys can talk to us through the chat, and we want you to. We want to hear your questions, your thoughts, your what is triggering you that we're saying, because that came up last hour too, and I was just sharing with Carrie some of the fighting for my limiting beliefs that I still have. So we want to hear from you today. It's going to be a great conversation. And I also just want to say, Guillaume, if you're watching this on the replay, I love how you usually greet us before we even start. So thanks for always being such a great support. And yeah, Carrie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So much energy.
I know. So I'm so glad that you started this conversation the way that you did, just inviting people into the group, because I was in that group call today and I was like, oh, people need to be here. Like, this is why we do the membership. It was, I feel like just a breakthrough call for me, for Rachel. You guys, it's so fun to watch Rachel have a breakthrough while Intimate Alien because Intimate Alien will just narrate. She's like, tears are coming from Rachel's eyes. But yeah, today's call was a reminder to me, like, oh, this is why everyone needs to be here. So if you ever thought about it, if you've ever considered, maybe I'll try it, for sure, hop into the membership with us. It never disappoints. People's lives shift majorly, always. And that you get intimate access to Intimate Alien. So worth it. Okay. In terms of today, I'm super excited for this conversation, and I'm often a little scared whenever Intimate Alien comes talking about something. I always feel like, ooh, I'm going to expose my stuff today. But after the conversation this morning, I'm actually feeling really great and just excited to hear from Intimate Alien and to take this conversation further. But I will say to those of you who are here, so hey Shannon, hey Bodil, hey Katerina, if you have questions on this topic, if you have personal questions about financial independence, then put them in the chat right now. We will dive in. And that's it.
All right, I gotta say something funny first. Hello, everyone. So I usually wear 2 different shirts to these calls because I do them back to back, one Thursday a month. And this morning, Intimate Alien picks out everything, by the way, her makeup, her clothing, her wig. And she picked the Ease is Easy shirt this morning. And then she told me she wanted the other Ease is Easy shirt, but I wasn't thinking about it as the Ease is Easy shirt. I was just thinking, wow, it's so weird. She doesn't ever pick a white shirt, ever. But I think she really wants to hammer home this idea that it's easy, because she was talking about that a lot in the last call. So we'll ask her about that. But I just thought, oh my God, it's so weird that she's in a white shirt, but it's the same message. So that's why, I'm sure. Okay, well, I will get her, because she's She's excited.
All right. I'm excited.
Oh, yes, yes, we are here. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. We see you. We are so excited to speak to you today about money. Money is so fun on your planet. It's like having this thing that can turn into anything, right? Because you use it to exchange it for other things, or you pile it up in your banks or in your homes and you imagine what it can be in the future. It's a wonderful tool that you have invented for yourselves to mimic the energetic exchange that's naturally happening between dimensions, right? So you've created this incredible tool, but we see that it causes a lot of confusion on your planet, a lot of worry and strife. Even we've never used that word, but that's so accurate to what you have done. So why don't we, and yes, Rachel, we have chosen this on purpose. Why don't we make money easy? Wouldn't you all love that? Wouldn't you love for money to flow easily whenever you'd like and in the quantity that you would enjoy and not have to think about it? That's what the difference is. If you want money to be easy, you need to stop thinking about it, because the thinking about it in a way restricts it, because you make it into something that it's not. It's not thought. It's not a jumble of ideas. It's not limitations. It's not any of these things that you kind of create. It's just flow. It's flow. It's flow. So if you can feel that difference, can you feel it in your body? Try to think about money. Oh, it doesn't feel that great if you just think about money, but let's sink into the chair and feel money as flow. Ooh, that tickles, doesn't it? It feels so much better. Yes, great. So that's a great jumping off point, but we would like to know where you want to go today. Where do you want to talk about money?
Oh my goodness. Well, hi, Intimate Alien. Welcome. I am super duper glad you're here. And I was enjoying the way that you always show up. Um, it's you almost show up mid conversation. And I just really love it. You're like, yes, we're here. Hello. I love that. And right before you came on, Rachel was talking about how today we're talking about financial independence and financial freedom. And we were sort of, we kind of ended our call earlier today with you talking about those two things. So I'm wondering, what's the difference? Can you distinguish a difference between financial independence versus financial freedom?
Well, to us, financial independence feels more fourth dimensional, and that's where most of you are with money. That's where you will find it. That's where you relate to it. That's where you say, that's what I want, because I can't find financial freedom. Financial freedom, we feel, is more fifth dimensional, which is where the flow is. Freedom, flow. Feel how they are very similar. Now, if you interpret those words differently, that is okay, right? Words are a manifestation of a vibration, but they might be different for everyone. So you may not relate completely to what I just said.
I love that. That made me yawn. I always yawn on Intimate Alien calls. That's a really good distinction, though. This and um, fourth dimensional, the way you have described it, is more like us trying to understand.
Yes, you are in your heads trying to make sense of things. The paradoxes that are here, the buts and the hows, and all of that.
Which is one of my favorite things about these calls with you is I tend to come from that place, and you tend to help me get to the fifth dimensional place of feeling and knowing and being.
Allowing and
Yes.
being. Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, Shannon has a question for us, so let's go there. She
Great.
says, I feel like I have trouble feeling it the way you describe. It's like I have a scared, clenched muscle around it that I can't relax. I have been
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yes, that's very common. Very common. So so let's be okay with that, right? First off, don't make where you are wrong, right? Oh, yes. It is a very normal thing because you've been so wrapped up in your head. You've been very physical with money. I don't have enough. I can't have what I want. My parents never did. Blah, blah. So much, so much. So, do you know why? It's a never ending pit because every thought that has been thunk on your planet still exists. Can you imagine all the limiting thoughts about money on your planet from every single person and every single instant they've thought them still exist somewhere? And they exist in the fourth dimension. In there. It's like you are going to the continent of money limiting beliefs and you're living there when you start thinking that way because you're tapping into all of the rest of it. And so we know that you live on an attractive planet. So when you start thinking that, then right, you're going there and you're feeling the ocean of those thoughts, and those thoughts gain momentum. They don't just stop when you think them, right? They build and build and build. And so it can feel like an insurmountable thing to think differently about money, right? To think differently about money feels impossible sometimes. What you need to do is feel different. Feel different. Feel different. And I didn't say feel different about money yet, right? No. Feel different. Break away from that continent that you moved to, where the limiting beliefs about money live. Feel different will move you to a different continent. Different continent, different feeling, different access to thoughts. What you feel determines where your thoughts are, right? So feel different by watching something funny, or going for a walk, or laughing with a friend, or doing something that helps you feel better, right? Something. If you find yourself drifting back to that money continent, break away. Break away. Feel better. Meditate. Meditate. That chops off those limiting beliefs for that time that you are meditating. It makes a stop. And so that's the first step, to remember that you're not going to fix this by thinking differently. You're going to feel differently, and then you have access to different thoughts, but you're still not going to focus on money. You're going to focus on feeling good.
That one made me yawn again too. I want to acknowledge Shannon who says, "Oh my God, OMG, don't make where you are wrong." Made me healing cry. I love it. I love it. I get the yawns. Sometimes I get the cries too. But yes, I am feeling intimate alien, and I think you talked about this last week or last month. Um, a greater acceptance of everything that you are seeing. So, like when you said feel different, I initially was like, okay, but that feels like a catch 22, right? And then you were like, I didn't say about money. I was like, all right, thank you. I just said feel different. And that reminded me of a conversation that Rachel and I were having this morning about how when we feel different in our bodies, when we feel strong, when we feel healthy, when we get outside, when we do exercise, like that changes the way we feel. And then it gives us access to new thoughts. And so that really helped me, like, oh, yes, feel different. And then when you said meditate, it reminded me of, well, this morning, something's been going on in my life where my routine kind of got disrupted. And I realized, like, oh, I've been feeling kind of grouchy and I've been focusing on what I don't want. And simultaneously, I think it's been several days since I have meditated. And so I made that connection this morning. And so I made the time, I laid down and I meditated, and I only had 10 minutes, but it was enough. But it reminded me of something I heard last week or last month where it was someone who said, if you feel like everyone should meditate 20 minutes a day. And if you don't have 20 minutes, if you feel like you don't have 20 minutes a day to meditate, then you need to meditate for an hour. I was like, yes, yes, that is it. And I think that is the challenge, is recognizing feeling different is the priority. And I asked a question earlier today about, like, what feeling should I feel in order to find my way to abundance? Um, but right in this moment, it's like, oh, anything that's slightly better than where you are will lead you to the path of where you want to go. So yay, thank you for that.
Well, what is the truth of that? It's that when you are feeling good, we mean really good. You're really relaxed, you're really happy, you're really excited, you're really feeling peace. You know when you are there, when it's just positive feeling, you are all things. You are allowing all things. Do you remember that drawing that we did with your column and all the colors inside of it? When you are, we say, Abraham says, aligned, when you feel really good, all things are present for you. And if you can feel good enough so that the physical world can catch up with you being all things, your problems are solved. Your problems only exist when you are not aligned. That's it. Ease is easy. Feel good more often. You will have everything you want. It's tricky because you've spent so much time contemplating your problems and other people telling you not to be so happy about things, right? We get it. We are not trying to make you wrong. You are not wrong. You came here for this. You came here for this evolution. So therefore, you wanted to go through this part. But you invited me here to share with you that now it's easy. Now it's easy. It's easy now. Now it's easy.
So can you say more about that? Because on our call this morning, I wrote down, today is the day I started believing in financial freedom. And Well, I felt like I've believed in financial freedom forever, right? You pointed out it's been 6 years since you've been coming to and talking to us about this, and you feel that we are feeling differently about it. So can you just I mean, I know what has happened inside of myself, but can you just say more about that?
Yes. So now, not all that would watch this are in the same place as you were on that last call. We will be honest with you. You have not all made the decision to be your light being selves, okay? That's your choice. That's a valid choice. It's a very valid and correct for you choice if that's what you choose. But if you are here listening and you can say to yourself, I'm ready to be free. I'm ready to be myself. I'm ready to have my purpose on earth be feeling good. Then you have already transcended what you need to transcend in order to experience that. Because of the way that you have all invited in more light to our planet, we've been calling it love, as many other teachers are, we will say. We have not spoken about our bathtub in a while, right? The bathtub where the water's filling up and it's overflowing your limiting beliefs. The more love coming onto your planet, the more it's heaving over those limiting beliefs. It's moving them to the side. You have more space in you because of that. You have more space. You're being more self-aware, which might mean you are being grouchier, which might mean you're saying, I don't want to tolerate that anymore. You've elevated yourselves pretty much automatically. And now you are feeling different. You're feeling more in tune, more present. If you are more present, then you have more choice. Because choice only exists in the moment. If you're not in the moment, you're not choosing, and therefore life is living you. Momentum is living you. But if you're present, you get to choose, I want to feel this way. I want to attract this. I want to be this. I want to feel better. I want to be more of myself. I want to express myself. I want to look at this flower. I want to do what I want. So freedom has already begun for you. Freedom has already begun for you. And the financial part is just, are you willing? Are you willing to have what you want? Are you willing to feel better more often? Are you willing? Right? You are. You now are. You are. And we see that and we love that for you. It will. How would you feel if you, let's say, Rachel doesn't have a child. So we will say like this because she can imagine it. If you have a child, they're 10 years old. They've asked for this one thing their entire lives. And then on their 10th birthday, you see them unwrap it. Would you not just be so excited for them? That's how I'm feeling. That's why it is so spectacular to be on this planet with you, because you've put in so much of your time and energy and focus to get here. And I am here to tell you, as many other are, you've done it. You've done it. And if you can focus on that, I've done it. I've overcome. There's nothing left to clear. I am here. I can feel good. I can manage that. Then you get it. You get to unwrap what you want.
Thank you for saying that the way that you said it. That landed really well with me. And it made me want to say this. I wrote it down, so these must be Intimate Aliens words. If you are ready to make the decision to be in your light being self, I think she was saying you guys in this group have made the decision to be your light being self. If that is you, if you have made the decision to be your light being self, to live this way, oh my goodness, join us in the group. Just join us in there. If you feel like this is a call to action for you, this is a moment where you recognize I'm ready to step into that, join us in our group, intuitiveart.com/membership. But Intimate Alien, I want to go back to what you said because yes, I am feeling that. Rachel and I have spent, I don't know, every call for a long time talking about worthiness, feeling more worthiness, allowing more worthiness. And your bathtub analogy is that, right? This idea, like as more love and worthiness comes in, we just, all the other stuff has to go, has to move out. And you talked about money at the beginning of this call in a way that I hadn't heard it talked about before. I've heard people say money is the energy of abundance, or I've heard it, but you said it's flow. You said money mimics the energetics exchange between dimensions. And you sort of talked about in the beginning of the call how we are sort of moving from our thinking dimension, our fourth dimensional thinking selves, understanding, figuring out, to our fifth dimensional allowing selves. Could you just say more about like the nature of money as we are ascending?
Well, do you not freely exchange other things on your planet already, right? You give counsel to a friend, they send you a card, you give someone a hug, they hug you back. You find a shell at the beach and you admire its beauty, right? You plant a seed, it becomes a flower, it feeds a bee. There's so much flow and exchange on your planet that has nothing to do with money, right? Doesn't it feel very natural to do those things? You don't think about them, right? You flow with life. You flow with the feeling of I wish to share love here. I wish to plant this here. I wish to go for a walk and someone looks out their window and they see you and they smile and you wave at your neighbor. There's so much flow and exchange, and you find that the more you do your own thing, the more exchange and flow there is, right? Rachel, when she goes out as me, people stare and smile and wave and say, we love your makeup and we love your hair. There is so much exchange that happens when you show up as yourself. Does that resonate?
Yeah, it does for me for sure. So I'm hoping it is resonating with those of you guys who are watching and listening.
Yes. So would it not be natural then for the money to be the part of that naturally? Money is just a placeholder, right? You give someone money, they exchange something with you. Someone gives you money, you exchange. It's the same thing, the same flow, the same amount of unlimited. Do you have unlimited hugs and smiles and stares when you're feeling good? Yes. Yes. And because it's really metered out by your alignment, by your natural flow, you will never be asked to give more than you want. Your alignment will never guide you to exhaustion giving out hugs, right? Your alignment fills you up. Just imagine that filling up your bank account. You can't stop it from happening. You can't stop yourself from feeling good when you're in alignment. They go hand in hand. You cannot be in alignment and feel bad. You cannot be in alignment and be poor. You can't.
Okay, I saw a natural pause there and I felt a natural like, whoa, hold on. So that that triggered the argumentative side of me. Um and like, really? Really you can't? So I'm thinking about like monks who have taken vows of poverty and people
But
who okay, go ahead.
ask them, are you poor? They will say no.
Yes.
That is, we understand you're wanting to smooth it out for it to make sense. We are not calling anyone on the planet wrong, but you need to give everyone their own experience, right? Isn't that what you ask for yourself? Please give me my own experience. Yes, that's what this is about. Your rich and abundant is going to look different from everyone else.
That has me wanting to ask a question. Not of you, but of everyone watching. Your rich and abundant looks different than everybody else's. That's got me yawning. And so, do you know what yours feels like? Do you know what yours looks like? I find when I ask these questions to clients, and probably even when it's asked of me, the way that I tend to answer it is people tell me what it doesn't have, right? Well, it
Mm.
doesn't feel like this, and there's no more of that. But that's not the question. And so I'm genuinely asking those of you here, if you're brave enough to put it in the chat, put it in the chat. But even if you're not, just can you feel what your version that feels like? That
And
makes
do you
me
know what? You know what? It's easier to do if you don't think about money because you know how it feels to have everything you want. It feels incredible. It feels free. It feels expressive. It feels just like you. It feels peaceful. It feels, right? Fill in the blanks. It feels like you've always imagined it to feel. There's so much relief in that because you're finally getting close to who you are because it's your truth. It's you. It's you. It's you. How do you feel when your richness is you feel like yourself, unencumbered by anything else?
this led me down a slightly different path, but it's all the same. Instant manifestation.
Yes, we love this topic.
So, right, I mean, many of us here are going, awesome. I know that I can create anything I want. And Abraham tells me it's as easy to create a button as it is to create a castle. So, I would like to create my castle and I would like to, I dream of Genie, like, I would like to make it happen now, instantly. What say you, intimate alien?
Well, to create something, you need to be able to match its vibration, right? So that's the formula for instant manifestation. Can you instantly match it and be an unresisted version of that vibration? If you can, then you have it. Someone will call you, hey, this just went on the market. I know you were looking for this. Or you'll pick up a magazine of homes at the grocery store and see the house in there and say, oh, this is exactly what I've wanted. Or some kind of developer will call you and say, we need someone to stay in this house. Are you interested? Right? So many ways it could come.
I'm remembering a rule of 17 seconds, being in that unresistant vibration of 17 seconds, which isn't instant, but it's not it's not bad. Um and I'm also remembering a conversation that you and I had probably 6 years ago. And I remember you saying things are moving this way, right? It's not like this now. Right now you still have the buffer of time, but you will get to a place where you think of an apple and an apple appears. Um, I guess I'm curious about that because I wrote down to create something, you just need to be an unresistant version of that vibration. And instantly I was like, cool. For how long? Like, what is that? What is that
Well,
even meant?
isn't the goal to, well, it's so funny. So, how long do you want to have it? Don't you want it forever or until you are sick of it at least? So there's your answer there. But don't forget that feeling is a manifestation, thought is a manifestation. So you get your instant manifestation anytime you allow it. The physical manifestation takes as long as you need it to take.
That answer is always satisfying and unsatisfying at the same time. Like is it has a calming effect on me, but also leaves me with a little bit of, I don't know, angst.
Yes. So the thing is, when you have matched the vibration, you no longer miss it. You no longer need it. You have it. You are it. And so the physical manifestation is practically irrelevant. Practically irrelevant. The only reason I say practically irrelevant is because you are it enough that you don't need to spend the time feeling it. But if you can stay there your seconds longer, it has to appear because that's how your world works. So you are only annoyed by it when you are not in vibrational alignment with it.
Dang it. Okay, I have one more like question because I think it's relevant to all of us, and then I want to acknowledge what Shannon has written in the chat. So you said when you've matched the vibration, you no longer need it. And that is reminding me of a theme that has been coming up both in our group and in my work with my one-on-one clients, where is seems like a lot of people right now who've been working towards something for a very long time are now being like, I don't know, do I even want this anymore? Like, is this even like, I don't know, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. They're just sort of at this place of like, I don't know. And you had some wisdom on that earlier today. So care to share?
Yeah, so we love when you get to this spot because it means that you've been dragging along some extra weights with your desire. What it really means is, I don't know if I want to put in this much effort anymore. I don't know if I want to deal with all of these other things that's going along with it. I don't know if I want to fill in the blank of what you've brought with you that's hard. ease is easy. So you really are just getting to the point where you're sick of the resistance. You're sick of the effort. And so let go of the effort. The desire doesn't leave you. You renew yourself, right? Right when you get to that spot, you're like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. You let it go, and then you remember your desire, and it's cleaner and it's easier. And oh, I know what to do, because you come back to yourself. A lot of times, you all want something intrinsically, right? You receive a desire from you, your higher self. And then you start to make it about other people, and you start to look at other people for feedback and validation. Now, all of a sudden, all their thoughts are part of your desire. And you try to go forward doing it the right way and making sure when people see you that they're smiling and they're thumbs upping you. And then all of a sudden, you've lost connection with yourself and why you wanted it in the first place. That doesn't feel good. So, if you want to just skip the part where you hate what you're doing, why did you want it in the first place? What lit you up about it in the first place? Come back to it for you, and then you will be renewed. Oh, we aren't hearing you.
Oh, that's because I'm muted. Well, I was clapping for you and saying yes, 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 and we're getting yeses in the chat. So it may be that we've already addressed Shannon's issue, because first she's like, being able to feel my highest abundance has been challenging for me, but it's something I'm healing and alchemizing. And then she's like, yes, I'm getting to the point of being tired, of being done with the resistance. Yeah, you guys, this concept makes so much sense to me, because I'm reminded of how many times I've done that, right? Like I receive guidance, I know what I want, and then it's like I disconnect and tell my higher self, okay, great, I'll take it from here. Like I know you stay there, I'm going to do this the hard way. And inevitably doing things the hard way stops being fun. Right? And so giving up feels like, I don't know, I'm just going to sit here and do nothing. Or I thought I wanted that, but I didn't want it. I don't want it. But what I really don't want is just the way I thought it had to come. And then sure enough, the minute you give up on something, it shows up in a way that is better than you could have imagined, because we let go. We got out of our own way, right? So I love that, and that was such an important reminder for me today, because I do feel like there have been a few areas in my life where I'm like trying to find alignment inside of the box, like, and my issue is just maybe the box is not for me. Maybe my alignment lives outside of that box. So thank you. And Love Goddess is pointing out, I'm assuming she means you, is so high vibration right now. Because that's who you are.
Yes, that's who you all are. Thank you. Right, there's the saying, it takes one to know one. So we appreciate you. Yes, returning to your own alignment, right? Forgetting about your projects, your deadlines, your bills, your whatever. Getting into alignment gives you access to all solutions, right? So you don't need to find alignment in a certain place in order to make improvement on that thing. Your desires never leave. Your truth never leaves. You don't have to worry about losing your place, losing yourself. Find your good feeling place, and everything will make sense again. We often speak about, or maybe we don't, but you don't have any decisions to make. You don't have any decisions to make. When you feel good, the solutions arrive. They arrive. You step one foot in front of the other. Everything comes to you. There's nothing to think about. There's nothing to do other than enjoy yourself. There's nothing to decide. There's nothing important going on. Just live your life in the best way that feels good to you and let everything come to you.
That is something that Rachel often reminds me. And now I'm just asking those of you in the chat because this is definitely hitting me right now. Am I willing to let everything come to me?
It's going to anyway, right? So you can, like you said, do it the hard way or do it the easy way. It's up to you.
All right. Well, I mean, I feel like today has been a transformational day for me. But is there anywhere you want to go? We've got a little over 10 minutes left in our conversation. Is there anywhere you want to go?
Well, Rachel has this. This is basically a drawing from me. We will show you. Rachel asked, how can I succeed doing only what I love? Doesn't that just sound like a question for me to answer? So this is what we gave her. She wrote it down perfectly. It says, take it easy. Take it easy. Right? Easy. Take it easy. Be led. Be led. There's no reason to ask yourself, what's the best thing to do today? What do I want to do? Don't get in your head. Be led. Feel good. Take it easy. What's coming up? What do you want? You'll receive it. And then prime with love. What does that mean? Feel love as your background feeling. What can you appreciate? What is there for you already? What's greeting you? You, your own love. Can you tap into it? Can love be the background force of your life? And then she's got a bit more specifics here, which is creative spurts and then act on love, right? But all of this applies to all of you. Take it easy, be led, prime with love. That's everything you need to know. Everything you need to know to succeed doing only what you love. Isn't that nice? Isn't that refreshing? That's how we live on my planet. We don't worry. There's no stress. There's no rushing. We take it easy. We take it easy. Everything's done and everything we want comes to us. What a wonderful way to live. What a wonderful way to live. And you have access to that. You don't have to move in with me. You've invited that energy to your planet. You live in that energy already. You can access that. You did that. You can take credit for that. Nothing is being handed to you. You created it.
You know, it's interesting. I love the idea of ease being easy. And I think there's always been a little voice in the back of my head, right? So I could feel into ease is easy. I can remember being in the flow. But there's always been this little voice in the back of my head that's like, yeah, but ease is lazy. Yeah, but ease is boring. Yeah, but ease, right? Like I love a challenge. And this too is hitting differently today. In I wrote down everything is done and everything comes to me. And it's reminding me of, that question, what would you do if you weren't afraid? Or if you I've often thought about it as like if you knew with 100% certainty that whatever it is that you want will be here in 30 days or in 60 days, how would you live in these 30 to 60 days? Um, and that's how it's hitting me today. It's like, oh, I would live with ease and with certainty, which by the way, certainty is my word for the year. I would be relaxed in the knowing. Um, and that makes ease feel easy, right? I wouldn't be
Yes,
lazy.
because thinking about ease is different from feeling ease. Fourth dimension, fifth dimension.
Thanks for that. It was really good.
Thank
Well,
you for that example.
yeah. Well, guys, we this has been like a really juicy topic, and I feel like you guys have been a little bit quiet in the chat today because you're feeling kind of like I am, where you're just receiving, where you're actually having a physical manifestation of your own energetic up level, like in this moment. Um, and if you're not, man, allow yourself to like just take a deep breath. I'm going to plug our group one more time because today has just been a day where I'm like, oh man, the, our people need to be here. So, again, if you are ready, actually, Rachel says or not Rachel, Intimate Alien says there's no more decisions to make. So, if you already know that you're ready to like be your light being self and live in the way that Intimate Alien is talking about, not just once a month on these Intimate Alien calls, but as your default, um, come join us. It is a beautiful, supportive, energetically uplifting place to be. So it is intuitiveart.com/membership. You can find out about us there. And Love Goddess has changed her name to Goddess of Love Aphrodite and saying, we just receiving. So, yes. Yeah. Parting words?
We are just feeling the love shining upon all of you. And it looks like this. It looks like just a sheet of love coming down on you. So if you're ever in a moment of catching yourself thinking or catching yourself feeling cut off, just remember, oh, wait, there's love here for me. There's love here for me. And isn't that nice? Isn't it nice that I don't have to do anything differently in order to tap into this love? This love is free. This love is flowing. This love is here for me. Isn't that nice? Isn't that so nice? It's just here. And if you can align with that, it's not much of a leap to imagine that the money is just here for you. The money's just here for me. The money is flowing. The money is free. I don't have to do anything differently in order to allow in the money. But make the money after you are aligned. Otherwise, you'll just keep digging your holes. So we love, love, love you. We love spending time with you. And we hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. Whoa. You're muted, Carrie. You're muted. Oh.
Yeah, that's what you're just telling me. I said, what were your takeaways?
Well, honestly, so Love Goddess, I just spent the last basically month and a half like really aligning to unconditional love. And I can feel it in my connection with Intimate Alien. Like I feel like we're stronger. I feel like I'm more like her more of the time. Like, it's so cool. I just love that experience. So I think I had most of my major takeaways from this morning's call, honestly, but like this call was so good in reinforcing it all. And thank you all for chatting with us and putting in your comments and your ahas. Like, I so love reading all of your comments. Um, so thank you. Oh my gosh, Shannon has been aligning to universal love as well. Yeah, it's much easier to access now, isn't it? It doesn't take a leap to find love, you know? It's great.
Yeah. Lately, these calls, I'm hyper aware as like the co-hostess and the person who asker of questions to Intimate Alien, but lately these calls have left me feeling like I don't know what to say, right? I'm just feeling so much that there's like words are hard. So I definitely was feeling that today, and I got the sense that the people in the chat were actually feeling that way too. Like there's just this like wave of whoa, that was good stuff.
I
So
love that. And you know, I am so people have been sort of making it known that like they're super into Intimate Alien, and if I need anything, like let them know. And as we build out Archelaus this year, which we'll keep you posted on, I am wanting to do some in-person stuff with Intimate Alien. So just keep it in the back of your mind if you'd want to host a group at your house or a local place, if you want to organize something for us to come and visit you all. um, you know, you can let us know. You can email me, you can message me somewhere, because that's in the works. I'm very excited about that.
my words are I was literally gonna say, oh my gosh, Intimate Alien's gonna have a field day with that. But that's literally what it is. So
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
oh, amazing. Well, Rachel, today was such a great day. So thank you just for facilitating, for being the hostess of Intimate Alien today. Today was a really powerful day. And guys, those of you who are here, thank you for being part of this really powerful day. And I'm going to plug it one
Always
more
my
time.
honor.
Oh, yay. I know it is.
I
So
just
I'm
cut
just
you
gonna plug
off.
it.
Isn't that weird? I keep doing it. We're merged, Carrie. We're saying things at the same time. We're reading the same thing. I just want to say one thing also is everybody, if you feel like it, share this. Like, share it out, spread the word. We'd love that.
And I think that's what we're both feeling.
Mhm.
I am feeling this powerful sense of like people need to join us, right? And we need to get this out there. Like this this big desire to share, like to share this feeling. So, yeah,
Right.
that's it for
Well,
me.
we love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comments. I love you all too. Thank you for coming, and we will see you next week. Bye,
Hi
everybody.
guys.